Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and we're back into Standard, making many of you Standard Best of One mega enthusiasts happy, and we're doing it with a very popular deck, a deck that I think for this particular meta, the deck that might be the most me, at least have the most CGB attached to it. Maybe Mono Blue does, actually. Anyway, I am super proud that I think I've made a stamp on this meta with at least two decks, and this is one of them. ZUR Go BURRR. Now, if you remember ZUR Go BURRR, we played it, I believe, on day 2 or 3 of the Dominaria United Standard format being something you could do on Arena, and we went 17-5 with that first version of the deck, and the fans really liked the video. It got a lot of views, and it has since been played a lot. Both Untapped GG and MTG Assistant have stats on it that show that the deck is winning above 55%, somewhere between like 56 and 58% normally, over thousands and thousands of games played by a lot of people. And so when you get a deck like that, it's kind of challenging to update it, change some things about it, and make it better. This particular video was completely live streamed. All the games that you're going to see were streamed on YouTube before for a period of time. That live stream VOD is available to members, and for those of you who either watched it live or who get a membership and watch the VOD, you'll realize it wasn't easy to update this deck. Some things needed to be updating. The mana base, for example, with Jetmir's Gardens and with the, what is the boxing ring? Zeator's Proving Ground. Those needed to be replaced with Spar's Headquarters and Xander's Lounge, colors that more contributed to Esper and still made Leyline Binding pretty good. You didn't have to have a 1-mana binding on turn 2 every game, but you did need to have your colors to cast things like the Meathook Massacre and the Wandering Emperor on time. So those updates were very necessary and were very good, but a lot of cards that we decided to try for the deck really didn't work. Destroy Evil was a place that we went. Cut Down was in the deck. The original deck had Sky Shot and Rona's Vortex, which can also be removed if your mana base improves, because those were kind of a crutch to try to get us to the mid game, because it was assumed that we were going to be playing tapped lands that really didn't work for our deck. But we also tried some things that definitely didn't work, like Shieldred and Prayer of Binding, and we tried some things that I really do believe in, like Ao the Dawn Sky. This finalized list is a list that at the end of all the experimentation was doing well, but if you just looked at the stats on a tracker, you would say, oh wow, and if you watched the stream, you'd be like, oh wow, there was a lot of ugly to get to this point. Basically, I tried to change the deck too much, then we brought it back to some of the best things about it with just some smaller changes, and then we got back to winning. So this is the list I'm going to recommend now. A very cool find for the deck is Temporary Lockdown, which we don't have many things that we play early that we care about getting exiled. Temporary Lockdown has a lot of issues in the meta. Some of the biggest ones include Invoke Despair and Boseiju, who shelters all. No, wait, that's a different one. Boseiju, who endures. The cool thing about Temporary Lockdown in a ZUR deck is it doesn't hit many things that you'd want to lose. I mean, if it exiles your companion and you get it back later, good. And ZUR protects it with hexproof, so that can be a big deal. You also have other enchantments that you can sacrifice to the likes of Invoke Despair, like the Spirited Companion and the Wedding Announcement, which makes Lockdown a little better. To top it off, if Ao dies, you can reveal your top 7, possibly hit a lockdown and wipe out several small creatures. That's a pretty big game, and maybe a situation that could come up and save us. However, it's not worth completely warping the deck around. I think just one lockdown is plenty. Voidrend, this is taken from the other Esper decks we've been working on lately. It's turning out to be an awesome removal spell against Graveyard Trespasser, Planeswalkers, and Haughty Djinn, and everything that Mono Blue puts in front of you. So getting Voidrend into the deck was a big... it was kind of a miss before, and I'd like to think that we don't need things like Cut Down and Destroy Evil to play earlier, because we can gain our life back later in the game when we draw into ZUR the Eternal Schemer. Archangel of Wrath stayed in the deck. It tried to get replaced, but since you do have the red and the black for the kicker, and this card is an absolute house, it came back in. Sarah Paragon gets to stay in, a very sweet way to get ZURs back from the graveyard. And Ao the Dawn Sky is since it doesn't get exiled very much in this particular meta, I think that this is one of the best ways to either get more ZURs or more enchantments for ZUR to animate. See, if you're just There's a lot of games where you're just not drawing ZUR, and you're like, well, if I draw ZUR, everything will be fine. AO gets you 7 cards deep for ZUR when they kill it. So for me, that's why AO makes the cut, and I think it's a big addition to the deck that can help improve it quite a bit. And of course, Leyline Binding, the absolute best card in the deck. Again, if you want to see the entire testing process and how we arrived at the list, as well as all the cards we tried out, you can become a member and watch the live stream VOD, and hopefully you'll find it very enjoyable. It's a great way to support the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, a way to get a shout out in a video is to become a member on Patreon. So patreon.com/covertgoblue. Today's patron shout out goes to Alexander Leaps. You're very cool. Now it's time to dive in. Let ZUR go BURRR nonsense yet again begin. All right, we go first. And our first plays are Wandering Emperors on turn 4. Easy keep. What could go wrong? We're not trying to be a fast deck anyway. That's scary. All right, well, I got a 3-drop. It's not nothing. The green creatures are coming. All right, the green and red creatures are coming. So typically this deck is just 36 creatures, 24 land. Every now and then they have lightning strike. That's what I've played against on ladder, and that appears to be what's happening here. Wait, what? No! At least, hey, they didn't play a follow-up. We're fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. We didn't want them to know that we're a ZUR deck anyway. This is fine. All right. They didn't play a Thundering Reiju. That's good. They're afraid of a sweeper. Now they're not, because they see the Wandering Emperor. Wow, they could have like attacked with that thing. Someday you'll have enchantments in your enchantment deck. Magic playing streamer. Yeah, this game's over. If we had a ZUR down, we would have been at a slightly higher life total. And what else? This enchantment that we might hit off AO would be playable. That would be cool. All right, how to play this? If this is holding something back, we should probably keep it around, and we might get to deal with Halana and Elena, so we'll block. I mean, there's nothing down there because this has been like the weirdest draw of all time. I guess I have to draw some kind of removal for Halana and Elena. So I have to try to hit with Companion. If we hit a Binding, that's probably the best thing that could happen to us. Very lame though, choosing the 1 dog. Still no removal. On me, I guess. All right, let's have a wedding. Let's do what we should have done on turn 3. And have a life-linking, death-touching dog. Not a bad last card at all. All right, this has first strike. This can go over here, this can chump here, this chumps here, and this blocks here. Ha! 1. You thought I was you thought we were finished? You thought it was done? We're just getting started. No more of you.
You're done.
Not bad. If I were going to top deck a card, I'd make it that one. Actually, let's see. They go here probably. If they do that, bounce here, block here, lifelink here. How's it gonna be? How's it gonna be? End up at 1 again with no enchantments. That's not good. All right, gotta rip an enchantment, guys. Gotta do it. It's an enchantment. That is not as good, but now would be a great time to draw a binding. Like, A+ binding draw off the top time. Yeah. Yeah, that seems about right. All right, so you have to block here. You have to block here. Opponent has to stop ripping good cards off the top of their library. So I can play some magic in this.
Strike fast and strike hard.
Hold! Okay. Could be worse. But they're messing with my Wandering Emperor, and I don't like it. So this time, if they put all the counters on the Beast Caller, and then we kill it, and they put them on the Helana Elena, we gotta draw removal. We have to. We really need to. The only removal we've drawn is a bounce spell that we didn't get the time to use as removal. It's been absolutely brutal. Yeah, I had a feeling you might do that. Don't know why you do that, but it can't block, so you know. Why not? I guess having it tapped means it might get Wandering Emperor, so maybe you shouldn't. Probably shouldn't. Gonna do it anyway. Oh! Okay. She wants to mingle. If we do this, we gotta do this. Is that the play? The deck is called ZUR Go BURRR. There's only one way to do it. All those counters on Helana Elena, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right, draw a way to kill it. That's not it. Come on. Zuri, you're going under a bus, and it's not going to be a kind one.
I have got new moves to teach you.
All right, opponent, please draw badly. I know you just won't do it, but please draw badly. All right, that's a land. They would have played anything else, I'm sure.
Try not to miss me. You are not much of a roadblock.
We're gonna Wilson Phillips this and hold on for one more day. Come on. Why does this keep happening? Yeah. Yeah. Man, I don't think I've drawn a Leyline Binding in a million years. Didn't know all I had to do was ask. Easy. Equivalent exchange for sure. I might die. I might die. If I say go and they draw like a Thundering Riju and I counter it, I guess I'm not dead. Yeah, you draw those lands. Come on, baby. You draw those lands. I draw mine, but they cycle. Yeah. Cool, huh? I didn't even think this would be a playable card at this stage of the game, but here we are. Yes, please hold back. Please hold back. They're thinking I get a Riju, and I put a counter on this, and I go over this human token. That's what they're thinking. That they can wait another turn. This is proper Tyrannid behavior, I've learned, as far as Warhammer goes. Just always swing at all times. All right, draw another Devastator for me. Come on. Oh, how is this game still happening? How is this game still happening? What is going on? Look at the clever bugger we got here, huh? Look at you. Learning from the past. How impressive. The swarm is learning. Could really use a ZUR. Now would be a really good time for a ZUR. Deck. ZUR check. Okay. Never, didn't, have it. Guys, you can be an absolute terrible misplaying fool who doesn't even know the mana cost of their cards, and you can win with this deck too. All right, we've got a pretty cheap binding and Wandering Emperor and our spirit animals, so Spirited Companion. It's literally, I guess it's not actually a spirit. It's an animal, though, with the word spirit in the title. I think I'm okay with calling it such a thing, but whatever. Man, maybe these gardens do have to turn into something else. Maybe our mana base actually sucks. You know how the algorithm is with 4-ofs. They will bend you over to make sure that you draw the 4-of in multiples in every game. But if you have a 1-of, the only place you get it is your opening hand. What's the right play? If we get the announcement going, we can absorb some of this damage. If we use a binding here, that's okay too. I guess we play tap land binding Wandering Emperor, but if we don't play anything here, it flips the Stormseeker, which is a big problem. All right, let's get this going. The sooner it ticks, the better. If the opponent has, like, on the play, haste, 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 we probably weren't going to win anyway. All right, Trespasser, no graveyard. Sure. That's not too bad. There'll be a problem later. But at least for now, we get to make a block. I mean, we could play a ZUR and hope to untap with it. If they had a cut down, I think we'd have seen it. And their burn removal isn't very good against it. Let's go. Can actually block pretty well. We're trying to set up a world where we can flash in binding and then animate it. Opponent has 2 werewolves. They might want to pass the turn without playing a spell. That wouldn't be crazy. There it is. There it is. Now what? You want to do nothing? Let's do nothing. Wonder why they didn't do that on their turn. If they were going to attack with all that stuff anyway, they could have attacked with 2 more 1/1s. It's kind of weird, right? They go to a token? Interesting. All right, drop the binding. Hit the slasher. Animate the binding. Is large and strong. Make some blocks. What you got? They didn't have removal last turn. They let ZUR basically linger on the battlefield when they definitely didn't have to. They don't have it. They don't have it. Their hand is some land and a bunch more stupid werewolves. Well, okay then. That's fine. It's totally fine. Get wrecked. See? I'm never wrong. Our hand has ZUR and wedding announcement cut down for the early game. We're gonna keep it. We just have to draw lands and we'll be fine. And we'll definitely draw lands. I, as a Magic player, have never in my life had a game where I don't draw my third land. I don't, like, people complain about it in comments all the time. What can I say? You're just inferior gamers. And you gotta get good. And that's a fact. Anybody else getting sleepy? See? It's not even hard. Don't know what people are talking about, man. Activate. Get out. Cut down in your prime. Oh, they actually had a follow-up. That's good for them. Let's get the announcement going. Did you hear about my wedding? Everybody who comes will eventually get pumped. That's the wedding promise. Good old trespasser. I mean, do we play ZUR and hope? If we wait, ZUR gets bigger and it's harder to cut ZUR down. And what are we gonna do here? Bind this? Discard a card? Sounds horrible. I hate that idea. Yeah, let's drop ZUR. See what happens. Make him have the answer. Be a little assertive, you know? Oh, look, they had a stop. They were ready for a Shieldred. We got a pro gamer here. They set a stop to prepare for Shieldred. Yeah, they're gonna grasp ZUR, because killing ZUR is usually right. And you can exile it here with the Trespasser, so... Yep. Why not? Makes sense. Nice. Nice cards. I mean, are they probably still play Hook in this deck, despite running frickin' Nezumi Road Captain, but they don't always run 4 hooks. Most people don't these days. Most people run like 2, 1 or 2. Dude, come at us, bro. We're like the humans, bro. Thundering Raiju. Come at us, bro. Come on. What, are you afraid? You afraid of some humans? Dude, this is not good for you. You should not do this. You should not run into this pack of angry humans. Maybe their deck has no other thing it can do at this spot, but oof. We'll draw land, right? We'll definitely top deck a land here soon. Any minute now. I've never not drawn my 4th land when I wanted it. Don't know what other people complain about. Literally not a single time in history has that ever happened to me. Told ya. I mean, untapped would have been nice though, and I am definitely that kind of picky and whiny. All right, glutton. You feeling gluttonous? Come on over. Let's dance. You feeling strong, my friend? Maybe they are. They have endless graveyard gluttons in this game. I mean, dude, they love their trespassers the way they do not love their other creatures. They ran their Raiju right into these humans, but not their gluttons. Them's my babies. Hello. Ayo, ayo. Ah. Wait, you got something down there? The grasp. Okay. All right. I see what you're doing. Well done. Good choice. Thanks for playing. Wait, what? They're huge. Oh, and yours got smaller. They take 15? Okay. All right, can you do 6? You just... Dude would not give up those trespassers. I have never seen a player more attached to their graveyard trespasser. Talk about having a favorite card. Bad Juju gone. New version win. Easy. 0 deaths approaching. Woof. Let's go, puppers. Lead the charge. Opponent, would you like to cut down the dog? What do you know? Tenacious underdog. Who would run such a thing? Let's get the wedding announcement ticking. Then we set up to make disappear their Sheldrids, make disappear their Invoke Despair, Leyline their underdog. Oh, okay, you play red. Okay. Do we bind this so that we can attack with these and draw? And then we only have 1 mana available. It's not the worst. Also gives us an empty binding, which is good against Invoke Despair. We don't worry as much about it getting blown up. It's good with ZUR too. Basic Swamp. Dude, it's a lot of basic Swamp. Sheldred in the house. What's it gonna take to draw removal when you need it? Some straight up voodoo, that's what. All right, I've got creatures. I've got Make Disappear. Our opponent flips this. We have Otawara. See what they do. Another Fable, huh? Yeah, I guess. We're really close to getting Reflectioned out, so we have to draw some kind of removal for that too. Basically, we have to draw removal and not land, which is something we failed miserably at so far. All right, so this turn cycle, removal, right? Removal? Removal? Okay. All right. It'll have to be next time. But, I mean, this can take out the Reflection and the little Gabo Shamo. So that's a pretty good draw. It's a pretty good draw, especially if they go for, like, Invoke Despair here. We can probably counter anything they do and drop the angel. I mean, you know I'm gonna kill that, right? Okay. I like dead goblins a lot. Hook, leaving up 2. Wait a minute. You're killing your own stuff. You're killing your reflection? Ain't that one of your best cards? I'm really nervous now that they'll play an invoke, but I guess it doesn't matter. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to hook me and then invoke me, right? I think in that case we do this. We do it like this. Bombs away. They didn't make a copy. They got an invoke. Now they want to make a copy? You're too late. You're too late. Okay, that turn went fine. We might get out of this. Things are looking okay. Our trespasser isn't that scary. Reflection is. Ooh, are we the ones who want to hook the board? Are we the hook gamer here? Let's see what they do if we attack. We might get away with a hook for 1. Cut down my dog. You animal. Well, probably should have done it for 2 in that case, but hey, at least I have make disappear, right? I kind of want them to underdog. I want them to pay that life because then I drop ZUR and I animate these and I attack. Do we care? What are you gonna do? You're gonna make me sacrifice the companion. You're empty-handed. This is your only play. This is your only play. Then we drop ZUR, we animate, we beat the holy hell out of you. Are you dead? You're dead if you do that. Okay.
When I win, you're telling me
My dog.
your friends has to leave.
There's no way they don't attack. They always attack. Good night. There we go. BURRR. Love it. Love it. All right. We got the binding. We got the lands to make it cheap. We got the Void Rend. Should be able to handle most things, especially on the play. Oh, are you mono blue against Void Rend? Let's go. I like that. So, if we play the wedding announcement here, it just, like, it gets countered for sure, right? But we should make them have it, because what if they're just on impulse? Also makes them think they can just drop a Jhin. Alright, I'm glad it's in the graveyard. Maybe Paragon will bring it back. Yeah, I see you. Alright, so here's the thing. I'm just going to drop the Paragon here. So now it's on the field, and we can cast, like, the wedding announcement from graveyard, because with Void Rend, we can kill this Jhin whenever we need to. We're not even afraid of it right now. I can't even attack through the Paragon without help. If they cast Thirst, they could discard 2 spells to it. They would basically play 3 spells. Not worth it. Not worth the risk. Maybe they know. Yeah, they have the Thirst. Maybe they know I can't afford to take that block. Maybe they don't, but can't do it. They did choose to drop the land. Value. I do need to outvalue them, which is going to be hard. Good choice. Gotcha. Jin 2, the sequel. Good. Keep it coming. Will they fall for it again? You have considered. Okay. Well, they got value out of a spell pierce. That's kind of sad, but it's gonna be okay, I think. That's a serpent. That resolves. That holds off the serpent well. Okay, no more card draw on the end step. That's a big deal. I think it's time to deploy. Jin down. The Jin is down. The Jin is back. It's only their third one. That's too bad. Let's see what you can do. Essence Scatter. Yeah. Their draw has not sucked. So we have to try to defend a Wandering Emperor to get rid of this thing now? That's asking a lot. That is asking a lot. ZUR? What's ZUR do, guys? ZUR goes BURRR. They're at 14. Yeah? What do you say? What do you say? How about a big syncopate, huh? You got one of those? Oh, man. Oh, man. So if they do that and they don't sacrifice, it does mean they have another one, right? Another counter spell, that is. So I think that means we have to pay. So the thing here is we have to block now. But I guess we'll try, because if they counter this now, we can get it... Okay. Is that all 4? Shuffler's fine. Alright, this trades now. So they have to have a Fading Hope. It took a while. You guys think this would resolve? Without a creature, I don't know if I can make this resolve. Do you think their last card is a counterspell? It's not a make disappear and it's not a syncopate, because I think they would have used it. It might be an essence scatter because they've shown that they've run it. I mean, it's game on the line. If I play this and I can use a make disappear to force it through if it's a syncopate, or syncopate doesn't counter anyway. This loses to syncopate, but I don't think they have a syncopate. Oh my god. And it's one short of being able to cast it for enough. We could cast it for 1. We could cast it for 1. I think that's the safe play. Okay, they don't have anything. Let's get this down.
Keep watch for intruders.
They topped a Fading Hope, but we're at 5. No, we're at 6. You know what I mean. That's at 5. They just ripped the Fading Hope, but their hand is dead. Okay. Draw something nice. Unbelievable. All right, ZUR. Can we have a ZUR? Easy. So they have a Fading Hope. Gotta do it this way, because if they Fading Hope the ZUR, we're screwed. Because they're going to keep us from gaining life. And what I really wanted was to gain that life. Alright, it's going to slip out the back. So it's going to... What I was hoping for is to gain life from a hit, and then be able to activate and have the meat hook. But with the slip, that's not going to work. So this goes, but we still have a blocker. We still have a blocker for this Serpent. They will have to rip another slip or a Fading Hope off the top, instead of the millions of counterspells they play, the creatures or their lands. We take those odds. I mean, you're dead if you can't get past this. It's over. One way or another, it's over. You have to hope I don't block. Maybe I misclick. Like, if you don't have it here, you just swing and hope. There you go. I mean, with all this indecisiveness, I'm pretty sure I'm going to make the block very carefully. It would be the ultimate slow roll if they had it, wouldn't it? The ultimate slow roll. I block. Never. Didn't have it. Wow. I mean, turn 2 dog. What more could you ask for in Magic the Gathering? Here, puppers. we're gonna need you to draw a land and just take over this game. Well, I was gonna play you. Now I'm like... Now I'm thinking having 3 mana on turn 3 is going to be more important against Jund. What are they gonna do? They're gonna drop Fable. What are we gonna have to do against Fable? Wedding? Try to outgrind them? Blow up their Fable? Blow up their freaking Goblin Shaman thingy? It's all bad. Yeah, we'll try it. We're gonna try the strategy of just letting them have all the mana they want, and we're gonna try to deal with their threats. I'm sure this will be fine and not go bad in any way. They run duress, oh god. Right, only thing that matters now is drawing ley lines. Drawing land is probably important too. They gonna hit a land drop or what? No? No land, huh? You know what that smells like? Hope. Smells like hope. Could play down a ZUR or Void Rend, whatever their best thing is at the end of this turn, which will probably be the Fable. I don't know, man. This is tough. This is a tough one. A lot of ways to do this wrong. Let's get the Void Rend played. It's kind of going to be a shadow on the game no matter what, and so is the Fable. But if we can get them to blank their turn by trying to play around the Void Rend, and to some extent the Wandering Emperor, that might be good for us. Hook for 1. Hook for 1. Hook for 1. Sure. It's kind of cowardly against some tokens, isn't it?
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
So we slice this. Our wedding announcement makes a token. In theory, we have a defended Wandering Emperor. The problem is they can just underdog through a Bankbuster. I like them using a treasure to surge, though. They definitely didn't have to do it then, but maybe they have a play lined up for next turn that requires... Well, no, it doesn't make sense because it's a treasure. It's a renewable. So yeah, I love them doing that at that time. It's a non-renewable, to correct myself. All right, Leyline Binding. I need you to show up. I really need you to show up. Our opponent's going to start grinding us out, and we need to be able to do a lot of damage to them with these ZURs. Uh-oh, Rope comes out. You know what else would probably be good from the spot is AO, as long as they don't have a Titan. I guess we haven't seen any green from them, really. These might not be there for any reason. Hello. Hello, hello. So I think they're just holding up removal here. They're afraid of the ZUR going BURRR, as they should be. Now, there is a world where we could use more white. So let's tap like this. Sure. Not the greatest. I'm coming for that Bank Buster, though. That Bank Buster mine. And then we could play this, and then they play their removal, then they untap and do whatever they do, then we play another one. But if they have 2 removal spells, like, the more we make them hold up mana, the less they can do. And we're ahead on board, so make them hold it up. Make them keep holding it up. We are no longer ahead on board. And they are still holding it up. All right. White, white, white. ZUR go BURRR. But we don't attack with the companion, and we don't attack with the 2/2, because they're going to kill our ZUR, and when they do, these are no longer going to have Death Touch. Well, they didn't make a mystery out of it, did they? Take 11. Now we'll see if they have a way to wipe the board. I mean, I guess you can plus and get rid of this. Then you just die. You can minus and I'll give up a token. GG's. I wonder if they had this a turn ago. If they had played this instead of the Trespasser and made me discard one of the ZURs and then held the other Infernal Grasp available, they probably could have won. And we are back for the post-game wraps, checking on the stats powered by MTGA Assistant. And we went 5-1 with ZUR 3.0, a version that went back to a lot of the basics from the original ZUR deck and got rid of some of the new ideas I wanted to try. Newer isn't always better. Sometimes you think you learn stuff and you don't learn much. The other version that incorporated several of those new ideas is going to be way down here, somewhere right around the 50-50 mark. Where'd it go? ZUR 2.0, 6 and 9. Nice, but not nice, especially on the play 10 times. Definitely made some mistakes with this particular list. Destroy Evil definitely should have been Void Rend. That was a good call. Prayer of Binding, just kind of a silly addition, I would say. Overall, Sheldred didn't belong in the deck. Temporary Lockdown didn't belong in the deck. AO I still believe in, and the mana was the closest thing to an improvement that happened. But hey, sometimes you work through the things that don't work to find the things that do, and the list that you have here is the culmination of the effort put in. So you get to cheat on not having to go through the 6 and 9 record of pain and misery, and you just get the goods out of it. ZUR 3.0, keep it going. Do not stop with the ZUR go BURRR. It's still a very good deck that can get you to Mythic, and that's about as high a compliment as you can get for a deck in the current state of competitive Magic Arena. There are some other things, but you'd have to play best of 3 to get them. Who wants to do that? Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.